अजाय नमः ॐ व्ययाय नमः ॐ अविनाशिने नमः ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः ॐ अनिकेताय नमः ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः First of all, my thanks to the host, hostess for hosting this program. This is the 15th among the 108 names which you are going to see. Udaara-hridayaaya. We have completed obviously the 14 of them. Yesterday was my name, Ishwaranandaji. I am just trying to connect with the previous topic so that you can have a continue. When you say Ishwaraha, the meaning of that word is the controller. Controller. And it is said, Bhagavan, the very word Bhagavan, Bhagaha yasya asti iti Bhagavan. He who has Bala become Balavan. One who has Dhanam is Dhanavan. Similarly, one who has Bhaga is called Bhagavan. What is Bhaga? There are 6 qualities that makes a person Bhagavan. Aishwarya is the first one. Ishwaratva. The ability to control. And only a person who has able to control oneself and everything around, such a person alone is said to be having Aishwarya. The true wealth is self-control and ability to manage everything. And when it comes to controlling oneself, that's the most hard thing. We cannot control our anger. We cannot control our lust or passion. We cannot control our mind. We cannot control time. We cannot control spending money. So much of thing we have to work in ourselves first before we do anything else. Therefore, what is most important for us to gain this self-control is nobility. This nobility is called Udaara. Nobility. So a person is said to be noble not because he or she is born in a very noble family. That alone cannot be the criteria. You may be born to a very virtuous family or parents or a lineage, but you cannot be sure that you have those qualities. Just like a garden full of flowers, beautiful flowers, there are weeds also who are born among them only. Can you say the weeds are also like beautiful garden flowers? No, they are not. Even though they are born in the same area, among them also. Similarly, just because you are born among the good people does not mean you are a good person. That is the reason why in the Hindu philosophy or scriptures, what we find is each individual is unique. Every person is born according to his or her own past actions. Therefore, Shankaracharya, while defining the state, defining the word Udaara, he says, Aneka Janma Archita Punya Rashi Sampanna. You define Aneka Janmarchita Punya Karma Rashi Sampanna. Meaning, Rashi means collection. A heap of punya karma, heap of good actions, arjita, accumulated, aneka janma, many lives, aneka janma arjita, arjita, not arjita, aneka janma arjita, punya karma, rashi sampanna. So, every one of us have been accumulating within ourselves the impressions of good actions. expressions of good actions. Now let me make it a little simple for you to understand. When the child is there at your home, growing up, the child, let us say 3-year-old, 4-year-old, its observatory power is very high. It cannot read. Obviously, it is not learned to read at that point. It cannot on its own do anything. Therefore, it is said between the age 1 to 3, some of you have done Montessori schooling, etc. They know very well. That's the time they have the ability to create good impressions about everything. And 3 to 5 again the state where or condition where the mind is like a blotting paper. You put a little drop, it just spreads. In the same way, the child's mind is extremely observant. And whatever be the actions, whatever be the contact that are done by the people around her or him, the child picks up. That is the reason why, in our tradition, we don't send the child to school before 5. Nowadays, first year itself the child is sent. You understand, the child is like a very naive, easily impressionable mind. And if it is not under the care and constant observation of the parents or anybody who is elder who want to give the right values to the child, if they are not around, the child will pick up anything that comes to him. Okay. In the process, the child picks up unwanted things also. And when that child grows up to become 7 years or 8 or 10 or 15, obviously those impressions which have gone deeper into that child's personality will come away. If on the other hand, the child is exposed to right values, right samskaras, that's why we call samskara. The correct way of doing things, that's called samskaranam. Samskaranam means to purify. Samskriti. That's why a culture is called samskriti. Samskriti, samskara. When it is given the right environment, right way of looking at things, right way of doing things, the child will not forget it. Even if it goes to school, it is not possible for the child to get influenced by others. If on the other hand the child is vulnerable and subject to such wrong influences, so arjita means accumulated. Aneka janma arjita. So when we do any action, a part of our mind is already in the observer mode. And an action performed with negative tendency or intention will get memorized or will get recorded in our personality. And when we continuously do the same thing in the same way, it becomes our habit. A habit is not a one-day affair. It is continuously engaging in a particular action with a specific intention. And that becomes habit. Once the habit is formed, you don't even notice it. It happens. So to make sure that the impressions that are created in our mind are positive, we have to consciously do those good actions. But if you are born with noble virtues, that is because of aneka janmarjita punya karma, collection of good action performed over many lives. That is the reason why Bhagavan Shankaracharya in his Vivek Chodamani in the beginning itself he says, Jantūnām narajanma durlabamadah pumstam tato viprata. Tasmāt vaidika dharma marga parata Tvamasmāt param Atmanatma vivechanam svanubhavo Brahmatmana samstitihi Muktir Sadajanma kodistunai Punye vinalabhyate. Muktihi nalabhyate. Liberation is not possible. Aneka janmarjita punya karma. Because of the many lives of good action. So it is important, even born as a human being is a great privilege. Think about all other living beings. All other living beings are also there where we live. But what we can do, most of them cannot do. What we are able to accomplish, other living beings cannot accomplish. They live by instinct, we are supposed to live by intelligence. That's why we are called humans. Human. Human. Ananat Manushya. We can think. So even this is a great blessing. It is not accident. It is said that the twins do not know that one of them is unexpected. No, the twins are there. So it is by virtue of past good actions that we are even born as human. Narajanma durlabam. When being born as a human is a great blessing. But if we don't use this human birth for the right purpose, Bhagavan Krishna also says if you don't use your human birth for the right purpose, then it is not worth living as a human. The next birth will be down. Because you are not using it. If you are not utilizing your the benefit that are given to you, then no more benefit will be given to you. So then a person who has thus gained the right understanding over many lives, such a person is called Udaara-hridayaaya. A person of noble heart. Now we all know that we at the beginning stages of our life, from age 5 to maybe 20, 25 or 30, our whole engagement is intellectual. Going to school, learning many languages and various other subjects, and then taking up a profession and learning more about that, and then working hard to make sure that that professional success is done. All these things that we do are intellectual, where intelligence is involved. When it comes to heart, we are not referring to intellect. And virtues and values are not intellectual forces. One thing we have to understand very, very, very clearly. Values that we are trying to emulate or cultivate cannot be an intellectual process. You know what is right, but doing right requires heart. You know what is love, but the loving requires heart. You know what is to smile, but to smile you require the heart. Otherwise it will be the arrows to smile. For a purpose. I smile because unfortunately you are my customer. That smile has only plastic smile, not from the heart. So when you say heart, it means you have a feeling for it. You have a bhava. That's the word the Gurudeva says, the bhava word, which is in Sanskrit, can never be translated in English. It is not attitude. It is not a feeling. It is not a perception. It is not intention. It is feeling along with a certain amount of reverence. So there is a song like Bhavayami Raghuram. And that bhava is not something which intellectually you engage in. I respect Rama for who he was or who he is. But to feel for him does not happen at intellectual level. That requires one to have the divine emotion. So, that hridayam word is used not with an intention of any kind of simple emotion, nor it is intellectual. That's why Gurudeva would say, when the head and heart meet, that is called heart. It requires you to think correctly, but bring that feeling for it. So, Udaara-hridaya means, let me explain this from Gita, where he very clearly points out. Bhagavan Krishna says that in 7th chapter, there are many devotees are coming to me. Chadurvida bhajante mam jana sukridinorjuna arto jignasu rattarti jnani cha bharatarshava. There are 4 kinds of devotees who come to pray to me. Udaara sarva evete. All of them are noble. All of them are noble. And he explains why. Shankaracharya and Madhusudana, 2 commentators explain why it is. They say that a devotee going to Lord for anything and everything that he wants or she wants only shows that they have recognized nobody else can do that. Please understand this very clearly. Let us say that there are 4 types, as he says. One is Artaha, one who is physically afflicted, disease, sickness, whatever. Jignasu, one who wants knowledge. Artati, one who wants wealth. Jnani, one who wants Bhagavan himself. All of them are Udara. All of them are noble. Why they are noble? Not that a person who is having affliction cannot find the solution from anything else. Even if he finds a solution from anything else, he knows it is ultimately from the Lord only it comes. Even if a person who is seeking knowledge, also going for a teacher or learning from anything else, he knows the ultimate knowledge comes from the Lord only. Even if a person looking for wealth from many, many sources, but he knows ultimate wealth is from the Lord only. And Jnani, of course, his ultimate goal is Bhagavan. I don't want anything else. That's why he says, Udaara sarva evete. Jnani tu atmaiva deva. Asita sahi yuktatma mameva anuttamam dadi. Because he knows I am the Holy. Why they are therefore considered noble by the Lord? Because they have understood what finally everything comes from Him. You may say that, okay, I have a sickness, I go to the doctor to get the solution. Fine, you are right, you have to go to the doctor to find a solution to your problem. And he or she may be giving a medicine. According to her knowledge or his knowledge, she will give the medicine to you. But where is the medicine? Where is it? Is it not from the Bhagavan's creation? Where is the knowledge for that it comes from? It is not from the Bhagavan. Anything that you call it as a wealth, where is the origin? What is the source? Anything you call it as a knowledge, what is the source? Ultimate source is Him. In His creation, other than Him, can you find anything else? So one realizes that ultimately it is Bhagavan only who is doing it. So instead of going Vayamidi, I go straight. That's why Jnani is very clear. I want it emphasizing straight to the Lord. He will solve my problem because he is the ultimate solution. Jnani to Atmeva. So when we come to realize that everything that we seek in our life or everything that we ultimately get in our life is coming from only one source. And therefore I am forever indebted to, grateful to that Lord alone. Such a heart is called Udaara-hridayaaya. Most noble. Our Gurudev, even though he was a great intellect, if you converse with him, you will realize not any subject under the sun that he would not discuss. Everything with clarity. Today's politics you would know. Everything about what is happening in the country or any part of the world, and anything you want to discuss, he will talk to you with so much of clarity. Because his intellectual acumen, the ability to know things clearly was his forte. But at the same time, while he was intellectually very strong and powerful, he always kept his mind in the Lord. When he is sitting alone, Narayana, all the time remembering the Lord. So that shows intellect should not be given too much of importance. You can definitely do things, but you should not consider that as the ultimate weapon. It has to succumb to, it has to submit to. That's what in Upanishad it is said, Ecce Tvang Manasi Prajnah Tat Ecce Jnanam Atmani Mahati Ecce Tat Ecce Shanta Atmani Ecce Tvang Manasi. The methodology of going towards God is given here. Ecce, lead. Vak, speech. Manasi, into the mind. Take the speech into the mind. Take the mind into jnanam, knowledge. Take the knowledge into the highest possible Lord's expression, Mahat. And that you take it to the Shanta, absolutely peaceful self. Speech is an expression of the intellect. And therefore, if you consider that as the highest, that's why some people who cannot ever stop talking, because they want to impress others by saying that how much I know. It is only your trigger, they keep on talking. One lady said to another, you know, my husband, give him any subject under the sun, he will talk. The other one said, my husband is much better than yours. How do you say? Even without a subject, he will talk. Talking does not mean you are intelligent. Even if you are intelligent, you talk less. You observe more. Because a person of intelligence will not unnecessarily open the mouth. Only when necessary. Observation is more. And if he says something, it is most appropriate and he will keep quiet. But if you don't understand, you don't understand. That's all. So, Ecce Tvang Manasi. Take the speech into the mind and mind into knowledge. So, a person of higher intelligence need not necessarily be a person of bhava. But a person who has the right understanding and the right bhava is the noble person. because he knows the substratum of the whole thing is Bhagavan. And that's such a feeling one who has alone can truly serve the Lord. Because he knows if everything has come from him, everything is going back to him. Everything that is here is also your creation. The varieties of people are there, and everyone is none other than the expression of the Bhagavan. Therefore, to everyone, such a person will serve equally with no discrimination. That's why we chant Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmayam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam. Ever delighted in the welfare of all living beings. Why? Karunamaya. Full of compassion. Samasta Jana Kalyan. सबके लिए सबका कल्याण के लिए और everybody's benefit. It should not be mine. Only me. मेरा. तेरा कुछ नहीं. मेरा. Let's speak this country. तेरा कुछ नहीं. No 13. सब मेरा. Now, how many of us just think about it in a day, in a typical day? Think about what good I can do to somebody else. If at all somebody, my child, my son, my daughter, my dog, maximum. Is it not true? Can we go beyond that circle? Very hardly. See, somebody said, you should serve others. Other one asked, then what others are doing? That's a stupid question you ask. You should serve others. Then what are others doing? See, that is not Udaara-hridayaaya. You understand? You always cross-examine and say, if I have to serve that person, will he serve me? If I am serving the world, will this world serve me? That's the question we ask. Without expecting that, without expecting what will I get, if we can engage even in one action, exclusively, with all power, with all love, with all devotion, with all emotion, divine emotion, when we thus engage in an action, that's where we develop Udaara. That's why Krishna in 30th chapter also, Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Kranti, Arjavam, Acharyopadam, Shaucham, Stairyam, Atma-Vinigraha. You all have learned the values, study values. They are all to create the Udaara-hridayaaya, the noble virtues. In this context, I have to make it clear to you, as Swami Ishwaranandaji beautifully pointed out. Every one of us want to be loved, correct? Loved, love. We want to be loved. Right? Even among your own people whom you know, maybe your friends or your neighbor or whatever, if someone doesn't have that expression of love for you, immediately our expression is, I don't care. Right? Why? Because we value love. Don't we have the value for love? And don't we value the person who loves us? Usually our case is, I love the person who loves me. Our way of looking at things is, I only love those persons who are potentially loving us. So, unless we value love, we don't express love. Let us say that you are going to a marriage party, and you are given by your husband a diamond necklace. One man said, I gave a diamond necklace to my wife and she stopped talking to me for 6 months. observe what the person is very curious. You gave a diamond necklace to her and she stopped talking? Yes. Why? That was an agreement. Anyway. Now, so if you are wearing the diamond necklace, you are wearing it because you value it. And invariably, when you are wearing, you are trying to notice how many of them are noticing. Correct or not? Tell me for sure. If you are wearing a new dress, would you like people to notice that you are wearing a new dress or not? Or if you yourself say, or you put that outside. So, why I am saying this is that what you value, you expect others to value as well. And somebody says, I have a heart with this. You go to the sannyasi and show. Where also. So, for you to lose interest. Why should I show it this time? That I am trying to logically make you understand. What you value, you want others to value that as well. And why do you value that? Why do you value a diamond necklace? Because as far as you are concerned, it is precious. Something it is uncommon, not found easily. If everybody in the whole group is wearing diamond necklace, then nowadays you have this the fashion show. Everybody is wearing different kind of peculiar nothing also. Everybody wants to show that something different. Not everybody wears the same thing. Then what's the point? So when we used to have our camps in Siddhavari, our they used to have. And when you reach there, first thing they give you is a saffron, outfit. What do you call that? Robe. Many women will be very frustrated. This is what we have to wear? Yes. Because we are coming, nice dress and all we are wearing. And you would cover it with the garb. Then what's the point in wearing anything nice? So Gurudeva used to say, tomorrow special day. All of you wear whatever you would like to wear. No robe. Anyway, so coming to the point, so you value something and you have importance for that. And because you have importance and value for that, you expect others to value that as well. Right? So understand what is value, that which is important to you. So extrapolating that idea, love we value, respect we value, friendship we value. I am not talking about material things. You want people to love you, you want people to respect you, you want people to be friendly to you. If you value these things, you value when somebody is appreciating what you do or what you have done. These things you value. If you value this, you should value that when others have that as well. If I value love, you understand others also value love. These are all universal values. If you value respect, others also value respect. If you value goodness, others are also valuing goodness. If you are valuing honesty, others are also valuing honesty. If you value honesty, if you are among the dishonest people, you feel very frustrated. You expect others to also have honesty. In fact, even in a group of thieves, the chief wants everybody to be honest. How much you looted? Honest. He will do all cheating, but he wants everybody else to be honest. He values honesty. If there is a company who is cheating everybody and making money, he doesn't want the other group members to cheat him. So when I value love, for example, and if I value love, other person also equally values. And therefore, if you take the first step to express love, that is not virtue. What you value when you practice, that is virtue. This is the intellectual understanding. If I value respect, I should give respect to everybody first. If I value honesty, I should be honest to everybody. If I value sincerity, I should be doing that first. If I value goodness, I should be good. Thus, a person who has recognized a value is not just appreciation of it, but it is expression of it. And over a period of time, he had lived with this understanding. He has practiced it. Therefore, he has become a recipient of Punya Aneka Janma. Aneka Janmarjita Punya Karma Rasham. Such a person alone is called holy. Bhagavan says, my devotees are holy. Because they have gained this knowledge and practiced this as well. Therefore, among them I consider Jnani. He is right. One who has finally found the ultimate goal of life is Nirvana. One who is the very abode of all virtues. Abode of all the virtues you can think of. Now, passion, sincerity, honesty, knowledge, vairagya, dharma, moksha, everything. Neguna sampannaha Bhagavan. So, by thus worshipping the Lord, emulating the qualities of the Lord, one comes closer to God. It is not by chanting the name of the Lord, doing everyday puja or doing any of those rituals that Bhagavan will come anywhere closer to you. If you do not have those virtues. Every day I do 108 names of Bhagavan's name and go out and scold everybody. Do you think Bhagavan ever would be happy about this? That's why what is his name? Shishupal. You say, you go. Because his nature is to scold everybody, nature is to, speak ill of them. And when Bhagavan is standing, he will say, I will do the same thing to you also. I will tolerate only 100. 101. Shirachcheda, cutting of the head. It is to show that you can be the best of the person in your profession, best of the person in the society, best of the man of knowledge or work with any wealth. You are not a man of virtue. Bhagavan doesn't look at you. You can be anything, but you don't have any quality to come anywhere near you. See, qualities attract qualities. If you are a man of love, then you will find people of love will be around. If you are a man of honesty, there will be people of honesty will be around. If you have the qualities of the Bhagavan, Bhagavan will come next. See that Prahalad, this is not Bhagavan came to him. Dhruva, Bhagavan came to him. He sat in one place and started Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, utter sincerity. And that's alone I want. When he uttered the name of the Lord continuously, because of that very virtue of his being very honest and sincere, Bhagavan came running to him. That shows when we become the abode of virtues, Bhagavan get attracted to us naturally. It is like Gurudev used to say, a lonely flower in the middle of the forest, a lonely flower in the middle of a jungle, when it opens up, bees will come looking for it. This fragrance of that beautiful flower can attract even the most far away bees to come. Similarly, a person of good virtues, when he comes to develop that, Lord will come to me. You don't need to go. Is it not people like Ramana Maharshi, etc.? They never travel, ever. Once they finished starting from, maximum travel he had from Tiruchuri, where he was, to Thiruvannamalai. That's it. Afterward he never moved. Sat down and I don't need to go. Because Bhagavan is everywhere here. He came running to see from all over the world. Because he became an abode of all virtues of life. So the thing that we have to learn from this is, once we have the heart full of right virtues, even if it was not accumulated from the past births, it is better to start right now. It will take enough lives, don't worry about it. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavarnam pravarte vasudeva sadha. After many lives only, a person comes to realize that ultimate goal is love. At this moment, we have just got introductory session. Fundamentals of Vedanta. Yeah, at least coming to learn the importance of these virtues that we need. And when we just observe Gurudev, you cannot but appreciate what an amount of training he has given to us. First one is discipline. Discipline of doing things. And second one is always cheer. You can see Udaara-hridayaaya tomorrow. Udaara-hridayaaya. Always cheer. Never complain about anything. Always encouraging people to do the right thing. And condemning wrong. All that anything you do wrong, you are really taken for a task. No question asked. You have to be right. And at the same time, forgiving mistakes. Loving everyone, considering everyone, being close to people, not shying away from anyone. Bold, strong, speaking what is in your heart, no hiding and playing games. Honest. So if you look at these virtues what Gurudev had, even few of them when we come to start emulating, we find that we are doing awesome. That is the reason why, when we thus remember Gurudev and remember his virtues through those qualities, 108 names, we realize that how much that person has perfected himself over many lives, many years of practice. It takes so much time for us. We should not give up. इस जन्म में होगा नहीं होगा in this life. Nobody has started from suddenly. Everybody started from zero only. Like your car, when it's parked, it has to go from zero and then 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, 80. You have to start somewhere. If you don't start at all, every time you postpone, next one. It will never happen. We need to be aware that we are given an opportunity to be human beings. As a human being, we can change ourselves, we can think and change. And we have not taken that opportunity to do so, we cannot blame anybody. And don't ever blame others for what you do. We are very capable of it. Why are you not doing it? Because nobody allows me. There can be no excuse for lack of spiritual growth. Give any other name excuse because we are sure. So we should emulate those qualities, emulate those virtues. As I said, it is as simple as what you value, start practicing. You value well, start practicing. You value honesty, start practicing. You value discipline. And it is interesting thing is as Shankaran Gita said, you take one value and start practicing, you will find others becoming easier. Like amanitvam, unpretentiousness, or amanitvam, absence of pride. So when you start doing things, you will have no ego about it. That's called amanitvam. Not feeling very great about what you are doing. You do because it's to be done. And when you thus do things because sincerely you have to practice, sincerely you have to do that, without boasting yourself, suddenly you will find adambitvam also comes into it. When you don't talk about what is achieved. So you will find one you take, others becoming easier. That's why Mahatma Gandhi has said, my experiment with truth. His book is called My Experiment with Truth. Meaning, he says that when I experimented even one value called being truthful, I found immediately I developed the other one called non-violence. Satyam, Ahimsa. These three are considered as the most important ones in our into scriptures. What are those three? Satyam, Ahimsa and Brahmacharya. These are the three cornerstones. Most important virtues that Hindu has to practice. Self-control, Brahmacharya, Ahimsa, not being violent, and Satyam, being honest. One if you take, others will come actually. That's why when we are in the company of Mahatmas, we realize that how so refined their way of handling things. It's not come overnight. It's like when you are listening to a great singer, a musician, you will realize how much that person has practiced. It comes naturally, gamagam and all. It's not just suddenly it started. It started practicing slowly. And you see that it becomes so easy. Or any instrument, or any game. The person is an expert, not overnight. When I had just thus when he came, I was talking to him and I asked him, nowadays you are not singing in the movies, etc. So you have retired. He said, I have retired, but I never stopped from practicing. Every day 6 to 7 hours I practice. For what? That is over. Whether I am singing or not, but I have to practice. It's like a military, In military, only when the war is there, they will not start practicing for it. Every day they have to do. Whether there is a war or not. Morning get up and then do the whole drill. Because only when the war, when they do it, they will become so lethargic. At that time they can't do anything. Every day practice as though tomorrow is going to be a war. Similarly, these virtues, we have to practice not because somebody is going to appreciate it, somebody is going to notice it. No, that is all I do. You see, you have probably a plant planted outside in your backyard. Do you think it grows whenever you look at it? It grows whether you look at it or not. Why? That is what it is. A flower doesn't bloom because you are going to look at it. Does it? Or the fruit cannot come out because somebody wants it. It is its nature. The tree will give the fruits whether you go out of now. Oh, people are not here. Tomorrow I will do it. No? Whether you are here or not, the tree will. The fruits will be. The leaves will come. Similarly, we need not practice the virtues for appreciation of others. It should become so natural and spontaneous. There is somebody who is taking it up. And invariably, when you are a person of virtues, you will find people of virtues. Okay? So they would say, you change the world around you. So that is the way our Gurudeva taught us. Independently, you have to be every time. And we are people, with good people we are good, with bad people we are bad, that's not good. Independent of whom you are dealing with, you have to be very good. Just like the flower will give fragrance, anybody and everybody, doesn't matter who is in it, who is it. So should be our virtues. Should be independent of a situation, independent of that's such is the nature of our Gurudeva. Udaara-hridayaaya. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinaः, sarve santu niramayaः, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhavat bhavet.